watching in there?
It's Spaceballs.
What's Spaceballs?
It's Spaceballs is making fun of Star Wars. So yeah, I got computer. I got the phone sitting right here for Instagram Live. If you didn't just hear, we are watching Spaceballs in there. So I'm going to be doing that when I'm done here. Got my Turbo right here. He's drooling on me. He's our 3-year-old lab. God, Turbo, dude, really? Love this dog to death. Love him to death, but geez, man, he's drooling all over me. So the weekend review, and that would be Turbo shaking the table. Hey there, how you doing, watcher? So weekend review, yeah. Struggled a lot with a closing I've got going on. Oh, Britt's bringing. Yeah. So closing I've got is kind of been pushed out a little bit because we found some stuff on the title that needed to be rectified on the seller's end. I've got the buyer, so the seller had to rectify that. It was a lien on the title that was there because their mother owned the house and she passed away. They didn't know it was there. So it's a very understandable situation, but we've got to get that they've got to get that taken care of before we can close on the house. Other than that, did a couple of showings, didn't really pan out for the buyers that I had. They didn't really like the houses. One of them was because it was too far away from their work. So, that's definitely something to consider. That's one of the things I generally like to ask buyers is, instead of location, I ask them generally, where do you work? What do you do for a living? And that kind of gives me an idea of their employment. And then I ask, well, how long have you worked there? And that kind of gives me an idea as to their length of employment, where they can, so that before I refer them to a lender, I know that they've worked there for, let's say, 3 years. Working there for 3 years, that would give that 2 years. Also asking them where they work, and then I kind of branch that into how long would you like your commute to be? How long is too long for a commute? And that kind of gives me an idea of what area we need to be in. And if we can fit them in that price range in that area, which usually can, then we're good to go. I'll refer them to a lender and then we can look. This guy is pre-approved for a certain type of loan, right? So when you get pre-approved, you typically specify, I want either, I want to be pre-approved for, see if I can get pre-approved for FHA or USDA rural development. If you can't get either of those, you typically go conventional. And if you're a veteran or you're a direct dependent of a veteran, you can typically get a VA loan. By direct dependent, we mean a child. Like your parents were veterans, okay? So like whatever, you could be 20 and still get a VA loan if your parents served. Like if your grandparents served, it doesn't count. But if your parents did, you can generally get a VA loan. I think. I know you're eligible for other VA benefits, so don't hold me to that, right? So this guy's rural development, which is a really good loan. It's got low interest rates, and you don't owe a down payment. But the home has to qualify for the rural development loan, right? And so the home that we looked at today did qualify for the rural development loan. He qualifies for it, but it was just a little bit too far out for him. So we'll keep looking. As a real estate agent, I play the long game, right? Would it be great if I could sell that guy a home today and get commission check within 30 days? Sure, it'd be great. But what could be even better is I take my time with him and I show him that I care, because I do care. And I show him how knowledgeable I am and really help him find the best home for him. Well, then later on down the line, he's going to refer people to me, right? So it's a win-win. He gets a great home. I get referrals. It's absolutely wonderful. Are you shushing them? Don't worry about shushing them. This is fine. So yeah, that's kind of how I play it. Price of the home doesn't matter to me. I sold an $8,000 home before. I sold a $300,000 home. It doesn't matter. What matters to me is getting people in the home that's right for them. So yeah, my weekend review, did a couple of showings. They didn't really pan out. Really branched out of my comfort zone and made some phone calls today to people that are in my CRM. It's really weird. Like, I don't mind calling people I don't know. So like if you're just random Joe Schmo, I will cold call you. Like legit. I will call you up out of the blue and say, hey, thinking about buying or selling a home? But if I know you and I've got a relationship with you, then I really have a self-limiting belief of I don't want to ask you that, because I don't want to make you think that our relationship is based solely on whether you buy or sell a house from me. It's weird. But that's what it is for me. But I really stepped out, made about 10 phone calls today to people I know, people I've talked to before, people I've done business with. And hopefully that'll work out. So let's get on to the bourbon review of the week. This week, just good old plain Evan Williams, right? I mean, I think I got a 750 ml bottle for $14, I think it was. So not overly expensive. On the notes, I do get some caramel in that, which is to be expected with a bourbon. That's pretty standard with a bourbon. Get a little bit of spice, not as much as a rye. So that would tell me it's got more of a corn base to it. A rye is spicier. I generally like a rye in the winter times, in the colder months. But this is just a good overall bourbon. I mean, to release some of those. Yep, it's a good bourbon. Oh yeah, it's good for. I mean, for $14, $15, whatever it was I paid for it. For that 750 ml bottle, you cannot beat Evan Williams. I like it better than I like some others that I paid more for. So guys, that's our weekend review. Hey, reach out to me. Give me some tips. I'm going to start reaching out to some other businesses and kind of highlighting them on my channel. So if you've got anybody in the Saline County area, Pulaski County area, let me know. I'll hit them up. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Y'all have a good evening. Bye. Chris, yeah.